There's too much what the fighter did as
I don't have a leg to stand on. When I did play-by-play, I felt that you had to make it look when you're in when you're in a color position, like Andre Ward. So when I was asked to do play-by-play for MMA or boxing, look, I think inherently both sports, for the most part, I know nobody's going to like this answer. For the most part, if you compress all of boxing or all of MMA, most of it is pretty fucking boring. So the reason the reason you have color guys or anybody talking is to jazz up the boring parts. I mean, they're not gonna all be.
Those are only certain fights, Lee. There's so many times that there's action going on.
That entire HBO telecast was a dog with fucking fleas.
Yeah, they're talking about some other BS, and dudes are landing punches as they're not calling it. They're not calling the fight. And before, when there was no TV and you only had a guy over the radio, oh come on, these fights are so exciting. I honestly thought that that's what Morrow was going to morph into. That he would be an old-timey kind of radio call guy. You know what he's turned into? A guy who's just dropping as many pop culture references as he can. That's right.
He's just... Yeah, okay, Morrow, calm down. Oh, he's just as cool as Mr. Magoo. Like, whatever, Yep. It's like, how many cool stats does he know? Like, there's a guy feeding him ridiculous pop culture stats to drop about a particular... Did you know he also knits? No, and I don't care, bro. That's not a fun fact. Like, it's not, this is, and I hate this in football too. Fun fact, the 3rd down and 20s with this particular quarterback, he statistically goes and does this, and he's never been knocked, what? It's like watching baseball. It's a stat.
But I will say,
they do this in baseball all the time. Well, he's got runners in scoring positions. He's 27 and 32 lifetime against this pitcher with runners in position. It doesn't matter.
But you got to admit, in those two sports, when the play is on, there is no other talking but the play. Yes, we're watching the football game. Yes, we're watching the baseball game. But how more exciting is it when it's a hit down the right field line? Oh, it's in. He's rounding first. He's going to second. They're still calling what we're seeing, and it makes it exciting. Nowadays in boxing, I talked to his dad the other day, and his dad told me that his son really wanted to take this. But, right. 30 seconds just went by, and you fucks are talking about what you guys talked about on Thursday.
Yeah. In the fighters' meeting.
Yeah.
What? Now, my favorite, just because I know him on the HBO telecast, I like shitting on the HBO telecast for those that haven't figured it out. Wait, horns! I didn't get the horn on that one. Oh, my bad. All right. There it is. Cool. It's going to sound really cool on the replay for you, Andrew. All right, so my favorite, because they said this right at the gate, we talk about referees all the time on this show, especially in California. And Jack Reese is definitely a Hall of Famer. I know Jack. He's a good referee. He's kind of a shitty realtor. But I know Jack, and I actually like him. I know what his day job is. But Tom was calling the first fight, right? And they go, this Tom guy is going to be one of the best referees in boxing history. Now, I know Tom personally. I've done business with Tom, and he's very good at what he does at his day job. I like the fact that HBO is speculating that he's going to be a Hall of Fame referee with the first fight. I just think that and don't get me wrong, Tom's a great referee. Great referee. I just like busting his balls, and there's no way I'm going to let that shit go. Like, I'm not even going to forget it because I run into Tom at marketing and mixing events. No way I'm going to let that shit go. Why are we talking about the referee being in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know, but I tell you one ref that needs to be shot up to the pay-per-view, and I don't mean to jump into the fight, but you're talking ref, and I want to give the man his credit. Steve Willis is one hell of a ref, and it's not just because of his face expressions that he does on all the matches.
Is that the dude with the eyeballs on the side of his head?
Oh, yeah,
in
man.
the Porter Garcia fight?
Hey,
First of all, why does he have eyeballs on the side of his head?
Could you imagine if someone told Floyd Mayweather to fight out of a clinch when he was fighting Cotto, Hoya, or Madonna?
Don't get me wrong. It was very his facial expressions in slow-mo are the best.
He makes the casual fan more interested in the fight. I'm sorry, Mills Lane used to have that little touch. Richard still had the touch for all the wrong reasons, but all the casuals were involved in Richard too. But you got this guy, Steve Willis, who doesn't put up with anything, gives a face expression on every hit that's landed, lets the fighters fight. I mean, come on. Last night, fight out of it. Fight out of it. And you got Sean Porter and them tying up one arm, swinging away with the other. Oh, it was awesome. I said it.
This to the main event of the evening. For those of you who haven't watched it, this is a spoiler alert. That was a great fight. So, again, go to pound, the number 4 pound for boxing, where it hasn't been updated yet with last night's results. Why? Because, well, Will's probably pissing himself drunk this morning in a stupor hangover. I can't believe his website's not updated with the results from last night, Andrew. Seriously. I'm really kind of disappointed that he's dropped the ball on this. But go to pound, the number 4 pound.com. It won't be around much longer. You can click on a link to his daughter's something. No, I shit you not, dude. There's a link to his daughter's band, and you can buy her album.
There you go. Well, if you like the music, go buy the album.
I've heard my daughter sing. If she sings, there's no way. No.
You're so mean.
You'd put your daughter up on your website?
No.
Neither would I.
But his daughter's she's older though, correct? This is not a little girl.
Yeah, Will's ready for death already.
Oh, all right.
Well, based on his level of drinking and all.
You're so mean. Yeah.
You know I'm gonna run into him in Vegas now. You just know it's going to happen, right?
He's in a Joe Pesci, you do.
He doesn't listen to the show. He can't tolerate my shit talking.
Yeah, that's true.
This show is literally for the 12 people who listen to it. My personal entertainment. By the way, that means that on Friday night I will be at the Orleans Hotel. Here's an update. Everybody, I'll be at the Orleans Hotel on Friday night at the MMA affair. I think it's put on by Tough Enough, but it's a pro MMA matches. I don't even know how to say that because it's not UFC. But Tough Enough, along with another promoter, is putting on pro MMA at the Orleans on Friday night. Get your tickets. They're dirt cheap. I'll put some links out so you guys can go to the event. I will be there. So that means if you're in Vegas for the Triple G Canelo weekend, you're looking for a good time on Friday, I will give you my whole schedule. I will probably go to a concert on Friday night. This is going to make me sound old. I'm going to go see Dennis DeYoung on Friday night. He's the original singer for Styx, who they kicked out because he was a fag. He was. He had like light sensitivity or some bullshit like that. I can't do it. I'm getting migraines. So they fired him and got somebody who sounded like him that could play piano, which is hilarious. So I'll probably go see him on Friday at the South Point. There's MMA at the Orleans that I will be at. I will be there. I've requested my one ticket and have it approved. I will probably be at the Triple G Canelo fight, and I will probably be at the Korn concert. So if you're in Vegas at any of those events, send a message through as a listener to this show. You know the rules. What are the rules, Andrew?
Got to meet Lee. Got to go up to him.
And you get a free beverage.
Free drink, yes.
That's
yes,
right.
Sir.
I'm all about getting our fans drunk.
Okay.
I tried to get Andrew drunk at the last event. He said no. He's normal now. Did you drink when you went to the racetrack?
No.
What the fuck, Andrew?
Trying to win money. I'm not trying to be all drunk.
You barely got fucked up.
I've got a new approach too. I'm saving up, Lee. I got a new approach to horses. I have an update on my horses probably next Saturday.
All right. Wait, while we're talking, what about tomorrow night? Are you going or not?
No,
are you on call?
No, it's a negative, probably ongoing. Are you coming up here?
If you were going, I would.
Yeah, no. I'm not going to go. It's too much, Lee. Not only am I.
For those of you who don't know, it's the Rams versus Raiders Monday
night, 7:30. Doesn't mean you're out of the park until about 10:30.
Yeah, that's the same as your wedding, dude. That's no big deal to me.
No. I'm talking about me.
I know.
You are a monster. Me,
I don't have a real job.
I wake up at 3 in the morning and sometimes play with 460 volts of power, so you got to be on your toes. You don't want to be half asleep putting your hands in an electrical box. So no, I'm going on a negative going to the game.
So you're selling your tickets. Or
as of now, no. As of right now, I haven't sold them. I haven't asked anyone to take them either. Kind of just playing it. Maybe I have a change of heart Monday night. I don't know. But as of right now, I don't think I'm going to be at home.
Yeah. Okay. And that answers the question. That's your update for everything going on with the two of us for the next week. There will be multiple shows next week as a program note. I don't know. I understand everybody listens to the whole show. Calm down. Everybody's listening. Why are they doing all the crowd announcements right now? Before I forget, because Andrew didn't write a show. We'll have a show on Friday after the weigh-ins. I don't know what Andrew's schedule's like, but I could safely tell you, and historically, we do a show on Friday. I'll be at the weigh-ins.
That's right. That's our final prediction, you guys.
Yeah, we normally don't give out any of that stuff. We're going to talk about. We'll talk about everything in the news in a few minutes. We still have to talk about the main event. There's a lot of news still. I'm just sticking it all in. We have a very big week in front of us. You still have. Congratulations, listener. We still have at least another 40 minutes of this show to listen to. I'm just keeping you up to date, keeping you excited. I'm being a good host. Being a good host of this show. Let's move on to the main event from last night. Mauro Ranallo, take it away. Thank you, Lee. In the main event of this evening, we have Showtime Sean Porter taking on Garcia.
I just want to put out there real fast.
If Mikey Garcia wasn't sitting out in the audience, I still say it. Danny and Mikey are the same person. I just think that they are. They are.
It's funny how Mikey's on to a new opponent, too. Now he wants the winner.
Mikey looks so disinterested with it. Yeah, Mikey, who's now planning. They brought it up all night. But Danny Swift Garcia took on Showtime Sean Porter last night to what amassed as a draw, correct?
No. The hell are you talking about?
That was the other fight. This is a unanimous decision for Showtime Sean Porter, where they actually got this fight correct, I thought.
I want to let Fight News know, since the Manny Pacquiao-Lucas Matisse bum call that I made, I've given you guys 2 underdogs since then. Last night was another underdog came through for us. I think you got a plus 120. What was the odds on that?
Yeah,
I know it was
120 or 130. But yeah, Sean Porter, I watched the whole fight. First of all, it was entertaining boxing.
Yeah.
It was straight up.
He always is, Lee. He always is. He's Showtime, man.
I thought he started a little slow, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why Showtime was on the jock of Garcia as much as they are.
Right?
They rode Danny Garcia's dick like he was the second coming in the welterweight division.
You're absolutely right.
He's so much more accurate. He's making those one shots count. Shut the fuck up, guys. I get that you want Garcia. Shut the fuck up.
I know.
Watch the guy with the punch stats who's throwing a lot of punches.
Throwing 4 shots, hitting them 3 times.
It's a 4-to-1 ratio going into the early rounds. What the fuck? Grow the fuck up, guys. I know they're in your headpieces going, Danny Garcia, plug him. You're not getting enough play.
And I want to tell you something, what I noticed last night. Here you have Danny Garcia. Everyone's babied this kid his whole career. We talked about that going into this fight, how he had a few losses and draws already that were declared wins for him. I thought Sean Porter would expose that. Where is the Puerto Rican backing for Danny Garcia? They all baby him like he's the baby Miguel Cotto or next coming of Felix Trinidad. Lee, I seen 1 Puerto Rican flag in all of Barclays Center. The PBC has totally failed Danny Garcia in that aspect of his career. No, you're in the East Coast. There's no Puerto Rican Americans, which all Puerto Ricans are Americans, correct? And
no, they're not.
Please stop it. Touchy subject.
They're filthy Puerto Ricans. Hold on. Horn sound. Thank you.
Terrible. Terrible. But
I don't think we have any filthy Puerto Ricans listening to the show. Will doesn't listen, does he?
Who knows? Anyways, Danny Garcia, they baby him.
Sorry.
They baby him. I don't know why. He doesn't really have a fan base. He's not a pound for pound